All right, the day has come that we're finally listing your house. We've taken pictures, we've done the 3D tour, so now it's ready to let people come through your home. Make sure you've communicated with us how that's going to happen. If you need a notice to get out of the house and how many hours that would be. If we're dealing with tenants or any of those situations, make sure we've thought about all of it before. We'll usually have asked you questions, but if there's something that hasn't been addressed yet, let's address it now before we start welcoming buyers into our house. Along those lines, let's think about them walking up to the front door to open it up and really make that as an inviting place. Sometimes that's getting a flower basket or a pop of color or a new mat. It's a great welcome to the house and really sets the stage for a great showing experience for a buyer. Another thing we want to think about is as a buyer comes up, how are they experiencing the property? This means we want to mow the lawn in a really neat and tidy way, or if it's wintertime, we want to take care of the snow to make it again, a welcoming and inviting environment as they walk up to the front door. You only get one chance to make a first impression, so we want to do the best we can with the lawn or the snow and the front door to make the best first impression that we can. Now, as you get into the house, we want to depersonalize some. We want to take just like the clutter of everyday life down to some extent. You still have to live there if it's occupied, but that's okay. We're just going to make it the best experience we can for the buyers walking in. This might be putting all cords away, kind of tidying up remote controls, toys in baskets, maybe put those in a closet, just to kind of create an open, welcoming environment for the buyer. The next thing we want to think of is to DeSmel. We don't want the house to smell. That's a distraction, whether it's too much on the floral side or it's too much on a particular food. We want it to smell pleasant and inviting, but we don't want it to be a distraction to the buyers. Another thing to think of is to take out the trash. Empty the trash cans and just create a warm, welcoming environment as they walk through the entire house. They don't need to get to the bathroom and see old toilet paper rolls or anything like that. And so just going through and thinking of those things. Also, when somebody's looking at your house, they don't really value privacy as much as you might. So go ahead and open all the window shades and bring as much light as you can. If there's an occupied showing and you've left the house, leave as many lights on as you can just to kind of create that warm, welcoming feel. Nobody knows where the light switches are like you do. And so let's not make that other agent or the other buyer try to hunt for the light switches. Let's leave them on and create that warm, welcoming environment. All right, let's talk about your pet. Nobody quite loves your pet like you do. That's okay. We're going to try to create an environment for a buyer to walk through and hopefully not be distracted by your dog. So if there's a way that we can put a dog or a cat out of the way for the showing, we will. And we also want to give the showing agent a heads up of what they're walking into and maybe even the dog's name or the cat's name so that we can eliminate that distraction from any the buyers walking through. And then little things, if you want to leave a note and a bottle of water for a buyer or anything like that helps. We want to create a nice, pleasant atmosphere for the buyers to walk through your house. If you want to leave anything for the buyers, a bottle of water, that's fine. Sometimes they can greatly appreciate it, especially if they've had a long day of showings, and it's just a way to make your house stand out. If you have any questions along those lines, please reach out to us. We're more than happy to answer them. And let's have great showings with great buyers and get your house under contract. God bless.